Good rising, family. How you guys doing? Just touching base with the family for a little bit. See how you guys are doing. Give you guys the opportunity to come together, talk about all these things that we're seeing right now. I know I kind of let everybody know kind of late about the live and everything else, but shalom, family. Try to get a few people together, talk a little bit. Shalom. There's so much stuff going on. We'd probably do a couple lives a day if we were able to. Shalom, shalom. Yes. Here we go. Good morning. Well, good afternoon now. Shalom, shalom. Yes. Just want to also, before we get started, I want to let you guys know about the website. I said brothers, Rick and Teddy and Sister Cassandra have been doing a lot of work. I've been doing a lot of work on the website, and the whole Cassandra's Corner. You guys need to go check that out. If you guys haven't checked that out, she transcribed all these videos that I made a long time ago, and even some closer, closer to now. And there's a lot of books, a lot of information that people can go and check out and everything else. So it's on bigjudah.com. You guys can check it out. They've been doing all the work, hooking up the whole nation, with the website. So they've been a huge blessing. So feel free to please get over there and check that out. So the brothers and sisters been doing a lot of work, So Cassandra's Corner is great. They've been adding other information and other things there. So kind of check in there from time to time and check it out. So they'll be definitely giving a lot of information for a lot of people. I said it's just it's a huge blessing. So it's a huge blessing. And they've been doing all the work for the website. Like I said, I tell people all the time, if it was up to me, you guys wouldn't have a website, because like I said, I don't know how to do any of that kind of stuff. I don't have the time to do it. And I said, and they've taken that up on themselves to take care of that for us. And we definitely need to keep them in our prayers, and tell them, and definitely make sure you guys let them know that thank you, for their time and effort. I said, because that's all them. So that's all them. It's bigjudah.com. So, you can share that website with other people, share that website with people who, don't believe. I said there's information right there for them to go ahead and check things out themselves. I said, so it's a website for, us, but it's also a website for the people who aren't in the truth, who maybe want to go and take a look at some things, want to do a little research on their own, if they decide they want to actually go out and do some research finally. A lot of people are getting to that point where they're starting to lose a lot of faith. And it's just amazing because someone left a comment on the video about the Pope. I actually pinned it, and trying to tell us that Christians aren't Catholics. I'm like, you haven't done any research. If you say that Christians aren't Catholics, then you really don't understand what's going on. And then people trying to still use our scriptures. That's one thing that really kind of bothers me, or kind of bugs me, is them trying to use our scriptures, especially today. Hold on. The Most High burned down Paradise, California, 800 days on Tuesday from the fire on November 8th. Yeah, the warm moon. I saw that Lisa Cabrera did a video on that. Shalom. I said the team did a great job on that website. There's a whole lot of great information there. Exactly. The real people followers of Yahweh would be Hebrews anyways. So they can sit there and make up whatever they want to make up. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what they say anymore. See, what they don't understand is this: when they had the times of the Gentiles, they had control of our records, and they were able to twist them however they want. But now the Most High is taking us out of the times of the Gentiles and raising his people back up again. They've now lost all authority of the scriptures. They really never had authority, but when we were asleep, when we didn't know anything, they were held up as the authority. And they haven't realized that their authority has been taken away from them. That's the thing that's going on right now. They don't realize that the authority of our scriptures has been taken away from them. Yes, we still have the prayer at 6 p.m. West Coast time. All of us pray together. And as you can see, all the things the Most High is bringing, you know, since we started doing that. BigJudah.com is the name of the website. You know? So, since, you know, I'm sitting here looking at a lot of these guys that are talking about the coronavirus on their platforms, and then they go into their white Jesus Caesarea rant for, you know, 10 minutes. Well, it depends. Some guys just say, you know, Christ is king, and then I guess that's been enough, and then they keep going on. Some try to, you know, talk about Paul and twisting that up right there and saying they're going to get raptured away, you know, and it's just amazing because they have no authority over the scriptures. So since they don't have the authority, they can't understand them. So when it just really bugs listening to a lot of them because we already know that they don't know what the hell they're talking about. So yeah, it's just crazy. You know, it's just absolutely crazy because they're still stuck on their Constantine Christianity. You know, did you guys see again that the Pope wasn't out again? I was trying to find out, you know, I heard that he wasn't going to be doing his thing again, and that he was going to be doing something from, you know, his, I don't know, on the TV. And he didn't show up, or he was going to do it from his broadcast from his room or something. And then now there's 15 to 16 million people in northern Italy who are now being quarantined as well. What was that right there? Yeah, I mean, it's just I saw that, wanted to bring that out too. I said, you know, Pope's still MIA, still recovering supposedly. Yeah, I don't know if he's still with us or not. I agree. You know, I said, because and they're not going to tell nobody. They're going to keep that stuff a secret. You know. I'm trying to check out some of your guys' comments as well. Let's go through a couple things. Well, like I said, a lot of these Christians, because they've kept the numbers low or they haven't tested as many people here, they feel like they're still, you know, they're being blessed. Yeah, a virtual mass, exactly. So it was something like that, but I don't know what happened with it. I don't know if it went through or what. I might be talking to y'all face to face, the Pope. Yeah, you never know. We'll see if a clone shows up. It's just you know, it's amazing to see what's going on now. What's up, Mr. Apocalypse? Time for the apocalypse, huh? Yep. It's coming. I said it's coming. There's cases everywhere. They're just, you know, there's cases absolutely everywhere. What'd you say on CNN? An Italian town where the water is blood red. The governor is saying it is red wine. Yeah, get your popcorn ready. I said, you know, every single day, every couple hours. You know, I said, thank you, Sharon Mohammed. Nice to see you too. Nice, thank you for being here. You know, I said every single day, within a couple hours, we're getting more and more information. All right, I heard about the White House stuff that's going on right now, about the APAC conference from a little while ago. And there's actually a couple of people that was tested positive, and there was all these high-ranking people there. You know, and Pence was one of them. Does coronavirus have to do with 5G? Maybe. Maybe. The contractions are getting closer and closer. You're right, Diddy. Yeah, exactly. The Pope has a cold, huh? Yeah, right. More like Corona 19. Yeah, you know, I said, we don't go by, you know, just guesses or whatever else. We know the Most High is working. Everything is in His hands. So I wouldn't want to be the Pope. I wouldn't want to be in that position, knowing what I know, knowing what we know. You know, I said in the times that we're in, over 1,000 infected in Germany. Wow. Mark Fugel was a little crazy. I watched a little bit of his last video, and I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about something that they were talking. Well, he was talking about because they were talking a little bit about LeBron James, but then they brought up Colin Kaepernick. You know, and they were like, "Well, we don't want to get in that conversation." But the thing is, this they don't understand. You know, the Gentiles have been able to just ignore when Colin Kaepernick was taking the knee. They didn't talk about any of the stuff that he was protesting. They just look at the whole like everything. They look at everything in a superficial way. Oh, he's taking a knee. He's disrespecting us. He's disrespecting our country. No. I said, he's talking about all of the injustices of our people. Our people have gone through all these injustices, have been going through them for hundreds of years. And all of these people have ignored them. Now, that's because they have ignored them and they refuse to try to, you know, make amends, make things better. Now the Most High is going to have to come in and take up for His people. Because the whole world, I mean, that whole thing with Colin Kaepernick, that was, you know, like I said, that was the Most High separating the wheats from the tares. You could totally see it because you could see the people, the ones that just hated Kaepernick for everything that he was doing. I said, those are the people that refuse to look at what was done to our people. They don't even look at any of the atrocities that have happened to us. It's like, oh, that was in the past. Don't bring that up, and get upset for you bringing it up. And they just got upset for Kaepernick actually even having the nerve to bring that stuff up at their sporting events. See, they want to go to the sporting events and enjoy themselves. They don't want to, you know, they don't want to think about anything that their ancestors have done. They want to just go there, get buck wild, you know, spend their daddy's money that they stole from us and enjoy themselves. They want to go out and tailgate, have a great time, but don't think about anything that has happened to our people. That's exactly what's been that's a whole microcosm of this world. Yeah, I saw LeBron James said he ain't gonna play in an empty stadium. Yeah, I figured that's what was going on. It don't matter, you know. I said, but the whole thing with Kaepernick is this, you know, all those people that were out there, you know, ignoring everything that he was talking about. See, the Most High is gonna bring that right to your face. How are you treating His people? Everything goes back to how you're treating His people. Now, if you just ignored their plight, then, you know, don't think the Most High is coming to save you. Okay? Don't believe that. Don't think he's coming to save you. If you ignored His people, ignored everything they've gone through, you know, I said ignored everything. Then what do you think why do you think He would care about you? You guys, the Gentiles have had everything they've wanted. They've had everything given to them. They've had everything given to them. So since they've had everything given to them, they don't want the party to end. They love this party. So when they go to you know, one of their big, huge events like a football game, they don't want anybody trying to you know, have them remember the way they screwed over the Hebrews. They don't want to hear anything about how the Hebrews got screwed over. You know. So they don't want to hear about any of that. They don't want to see some black dude out there, you know, taking a knee, you know, making them have to think about anything as far as how the true people of the Most High have been treated. They don't want to hear about any of that. So since they won't do it, since they won't recognize what's happened to our people, the Most High has to come so that they can recognize what's really been going on. You see that? See how that works? Exactly. We were just, the way that you look at our people, you can see everything. Yeah, sweep it under the rug. Exactly. Their favorite saying and way to do everything. And see, and the thing is that that's all they can do. They're incapable of doing anything else. So I see that Sound of Many Waters. Exactly. They hate Tennessee history of slave trade, insurrections, and massacres. Nashville once was like Tulsa. I'm sure, many people had not even heard about Black Wall Street. All that stuff has been hidden. A Navy soldier was tested positive for CV. Was that here in the States, Cheney Johnson, or was that in somewhere else? We'd like to hear that. Sometimes we have to kind of come together in order to be able to get clarification or get, put the pieces together. A lot of us have the pieces. We have to have a situation where we can do that. We can get a chance to kind of come together and share, what's going on in your neck of the woods. But yeah, I saw that with on Marfugo. They were kind of just talking. It was a real quick thing because we're talking about LeBron James and kind of brought up a little bit about Kaepernick, and it's like, that's exactly what's going to happen. That's what the Most High is getting everything set up for. So but all these people who were at those events who were pissed off at Kaepernick and pissed off at him for bringing that, they're like, well, that's not the place at the time. Bring that up somewhere else. No, he can bring it up wherever he wants. He's paid the price. He got kicked out of the NFL, hasn't been able to come back, but that's okay. I said, because you know what? The Most High going to tear everything down. He's going to tear everything down. So all that stuff with your NFL, your NBA, all that stuff. I heard now, like I said, definitely talking about doing the college, NCAAs with no people in the stands, just playing the games. They're talking about that, I guess that with the NBA, and LeBron was like, "Nah, I'm not playing." Oh, okay. I said, so it's all the Most High. The Most High is going to take everything down. All the fun stuff that they care about, that they love. I said, the Most High is about to take all that down. And that's what's going on right now. Hold on, let's see. In the kingdom, we see a reversal of class. The heathens will go to the back of the line. Esau will be last. Israel will be first. Doubt the nations will line. Yeah, like the reversal. But they have no choice. That's it. They don't have a choice. I see. I said they refuse to admit who we are. Refuse to admit all the things we've gone through. So there you go. I mean, yeah. You think that's a coincidence that 16, but from Barbara Jones, 16 million quarantined in northern Italy right now, 19 dead in America, nearly 500 tested positive for the coronavirus in 32 states now. Wow. Did you hear about I guess they're going to dock that ship here in San Francisco, and it's kind of sketchy what they're. I wasn't sure exactly when I read the article, but they're gonna dock that ship here in San Francisco and take the ones that are positive to hospitals, and then depending on what state the people are from, they're going to be going into like quarantine. You got to quarantine now 3,500 people. Wow. I mean, that's a lot of people to try to quarantine. Yes, trying to refuse to admit all they've stolen from us. That's it. It's all been about hiding everything they've taken from us, and enjoying it for themselves, keeping us at the bottom. Don't let us say us not say anything. Let's not rock the boat. Hold up the ones that have they give a little something too. So then they're like, hey, look, this guy's black. He's happy. Why aren't you happy? Yeah, same thing. So yeah. Most like making high places desolate. That's it. I heard that northern Italy has Milan. I don't know if it's their like equivalent of Wall Street. But we know that, Rome has our books. They have, you know, many other things, more than just our books. They have our information. They have a lot of our relics. I said they got a lot of our information. They got a lot of our stuff, and now they're getting hit hard, you know. Plates, people are saying, oh, we're, Pope smoke. I'm like, yeah, it's like we honestly, hey, the world is just collapsing and he's nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. That should tell a lot of their parishioners something. Stole our granddaddy's wallet. Yep, they stole it. I was watching, oh my gosh, what's that new show? Oh no, it's a new movie on Netflix. I don't remember. Where the dude from Wakanda Forever and the white dude, Marky Mark. If you guys remember the name of that show, it's on Netflix. I was watching like the first half of it last night. But what was funny in the movie was, on Netflix, Spencer. That's what it is. It's called Spencer. Thank you. He got out of jail and he went with some old dude. And it's right at the start of the show. You guys can go check it out. But just this part is just funny because they tell on themselves. My wife heard that part. She goes, "Man, they're just telling themselves like crazy." She's like, "Yep." The guy Spencer was like, "Oh, okay. Why don't you retire or leave or something like that?" The guy says, "Well, I bought this house for $8,000 when, a long time ago. And now it's worth $1.5 million per floor. So I'm going to die here or something like that. I'm not going nowhere." I'm like, yeah, that's exactly it. I said, these dudes, they telling on themselves. I said, that's exactly how they got all their money. Old dude bought this, this house for $8,000. And now it's probably worth $1.5 million per floor. I said, that's exactly how they got a bunch of their money. Not allowing us to buy anything, but now they put it in shows. They put it in shows now, and they put it right in front of your face, and it's like, there's no way to fix that. I said, there's no way to fix that. You can't unless, I guess we got Native Americans over here beating the drums. That's cool. I guess, we got, you hear them drums? Yeah, they're practicing it, yeah. I just have to come to the park. They're practicing over here in the park. And I said that it makes the VHA loan. Yep, I said they got all these loans, they got all these these perks, and I said they tried their best to hide it for so long, and then now the Most High, I said, be bringing that information out, I love hearing the drums and the beating and the war drums. I love all that. But yeah, I said, like I said, now when you understand and you know what to look for, I said, you can see them telling themselves in so many different places, in so many different movies, So it's just beautiful, I'm ready for a powwow. You're just gonna be eating ramen noodles. Yeah, I said, it's just it's crazy. I said, it's crazy how everything is unfolding. I have people be telling us all the time about, because we're not all big on flag salutes and all that stuff. We don't be doing all that stuff, but they get real upset when you don't get into their stuff. They don't like that whatsoever. But I'm sure it messes with their spirit because they want that docile Negro that just does everything that they want, makes them feel comfortable. I said, that's exactly what they're used to. But see, what I'm seeing right now is a lot of these Gentiles still trying to use our scriptures. You know, I said all trying to use our scriptures. Right there, Cynthia says across the street from me, guy's mother bought their home for $5,000 40, 50 years ago, and it is now worth $300,000. I'm like, I said out here in Cali, I said that is like 2 or 3 times. Like people have been buying a bunch of these houses for $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, and now these houses are worth $800,000, $900,000. You know, I said there's no way to go back and fix any of this. I said, you know, I said these people, what are you going to do? Start giving us all the houses back? Preach over to Gad. Yeah. They took all of our stuff, kept it for themselves, $1 million in New York. Yeah, so much truth is coming out, definitely. Hold on fast. Patricia, yeah, yep. Shalom. So much truth is coming out. I am jumping for joy. Mama Rock, oh my goodness. It's downloading some truth, exactly. So much truth, you know? So much truth. And it's amazing to see, and it's awesome. It's great to be awakened at this time in order to get a much better understanding of how the Most High, you know, is moving now. Brought a couple of my notes just because it's funny because when that person on the, I ended up pinning that comment, and you know they were trying to come on our on our comment board trying to break down the Bible. You know, let's get rid of Lee. Let's get rid of that guy. Because like I said, they open up our scriptures and they started trying to teach them, start trying to push everybody in, everything is for everybody. We're all going to get blessed together. And it's like, man, our people knew about what the Gentiles were going to do with our books all the way to the times of the apostles. I have this letter from Peter to James from the Lost Scriptures book, you know, and it's just like they were pretty much just saying, don't let them get our books. Don't let them get our records. Because he goes, I'm alive, and they're telling me that this is not what I meant, that I meant this. He says, they're doing this kind of stuff when I'm alive. Could you imagine what they're going to do when I'm dead? And that's exactly what they do. They take Paul's writings, twist them up, say, oh, well, Paul said this, but he didn't really mean that. He meant this. And that's exactly what they've been doing this whole time. You know, I said that's exactly what they've been doing this whole time. You know, I said, you know, we got Psalms 147, 19, and 20. How that was only, you know, the word's only given to us. The understanding is only given to us. We have to have the Holy Spirit who's going to give us understanding. And if they don't have the Holy Spirit, which they don't, you know, John W., okay, I'm a Gentile. Scripture speaks to me directly, but only after I learn from the Hebrews what it actually means, and that's it. I'm not saying that you know Gentiles can't get understanding, but they know who they need to learn who they need to come to in order to get the understanding first. Then they can understand the Bible. I said, but not until then. I like that. I live in Ontario, California. I'm just waiting for the school to close, and I'm running to Mexico. Well, it's in Mexico too. It's everywhere. So the only way you're going to be able to get covered is by the Most High. That's it. That's it. They going to work over here in them drums. They are running scared. You can totally see it. Well, you know, because like I said, they're getting the information. They're going and getting the information about what's really going on. Their people that they put up in these high, authorities and high positions aren't telling them the truth. And then now, what are they going to say? What are they going to do? The people they've been, that they elected these high positions are now lying to them. Now what? Now what? They can't do anything. Who are they going to blame now? They did this to themselves. That's what they don't understand. Their forefathers knew exactly who we were, knew exactly which lands we were on, knew that if they don't keep the commandments, they're going to get swept off the land. They knew all that. They just didn't tell their aunts. They didn't tell their kids. They didn't tell their descendants. Now, very few of their descendants now, have any understanding. So they should be really upset, with their ancestors, because their ancestors lied to them. So they wish, they get upset with us for telling them the truth or thinking that we're just, we're racist. I was like, what's more racist than this whole society keeping us down? They've inherited lies. Exactly. You're going to say that in Jeremiah 16 and 19, how, the Gentiles have inherited lies. They never talk about that, though. They never talk about how their ancestors, inherited lies. It talks about that in Psalms 50 and 16. But unto the wicked, God saith, what hast thou to declare my statutes? They never wanted to listen. It's not in them to listen. I want to go to hey bro, the powwow, I'm in San Bernardino, but I've been reluctant to go to the fake powwow. I went to the San Bernardino powwow a couple of years ago. I loved it. I said it was great. It was a lot of fun. We are going to be doing, yes, John Sam, yes, I do things different from y'all. Like I said, in One Nation, One Power, I said they've had their channel and they've done their things for as long as they've done it, and I do my thing the way the Most High leads me to do it. I said, we're not a camp. I said, we're not lockstep and agreeing with absolutely everything. I said, so there's many things that we disagree on, and that's fine. So the Most High is going to fix everything once we get back together. But I'm not some yes man, and I'm not saying he is or anything else. He's his own man, I said, so and then people have to, read and study for themselves. I never tell people to listen to everything that I say and just don't research it. I tell you to research everything and then go with what the Most High leads you to. Okay? Yes, it does it's pretty amazing, huh? Great timing. Of course I believe some Gentiles can be saved. I said the Most High already, he saved Gentiles before. Has he not? Has he not saved Gentiles before? Of course he did. Right? There was Gentiles that knew the truth and were in order. Right? All right? So, he's done it before, so why would he do it again? In other scriptures, it talks about that. Second Baruch, I've done videos on that about how he saved Gentiles. Okay, so you get people who get these doctrines that only Israelites are going to be saved, and it depends on being saved is up to the Most High. What does that mean exactly? Does that mean that they become Israelites? We don't know. It doesn't mean they get saved from the destruction that's coming. Yes, that we've seen that. Okay, but it's for the Gentiles, the ones who are in order. It's for the ones that are in order. Okay. So, like I said, it's not up to us to sit there and say who can be saved and who can't. Well, so I can do whatever he wants to do. But we know that there are going to be people and from Isaiah 14, there are people that are going to be cleaving to the house of Israel. Are there not? So if there's people cleaving to the house of Israel, are they not receiving some type of salvation? Yes, or exactly, right? So yeah, some are going to be saved to work or whatever else, and whatever it is the Most High wants to use them for. You know, I said everybody has to pay. We all have to pay. You know, but I'm looking up something here also on my phone. Everybody has to pay. So maybe maybe those Gentiles were some that were down with us, and the Most High is going to save them at the end. You know, So I mean, we don't know everything. You know, so it's not up to us to say who's going to be saved and who's not going to be saved. You know, but many people want to have that. They seem to want to have, the hand in telling you who gets saved and who doesn't get saved and everything else. You know, I'm looking here. Let you guys listen here for a minute, anyways, to the drums. I've already done a video, Laura Johnson, on the two witnesses. I'm not going to do that right now. You know, I can't do like videos or just explain the same things over and over again. Just kind of look back on old videos, okay? Where we talk about the two witnesses being the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom. But of course, Christianity says it's going to be who? Enoch and somebody else. Oh, and Enoch and Moses? Or Enoch and Elijah, that's what they say. Okay? Because they've got... Now, you should understand, definitely, they've made up so much stuff now. You know? I said they've made up so much stuff. But yeah, but even like Rahab, right? She was saved because she was in order. Because she already knew, she was talking about how, the whole city was already paralyzed with fear. Because they knew our people were here, were there, in outside of Jericho, and if they were going to take over their city and the land, right? So what did she do? She decided to help the Israelites, right? And she was blessed for it. Her and her family were blessed for it, right? So for people who keep on saying that Gentiles can't be saved, and we don't know exactly what happened with Rahab, as far as we just know she was with the Hebrews, but as far as what her status was or anything else, so we don't know, But in that letter to Peter to James, they were talking about you can't pass their books to all without discrimination. Even within the Hebrew community, they were talking about not giving them all the books. And then you got, definitely, they were talking about don't give them to the Gentiles for sure, because they're just gonna twist everything. So, like I said, there's a whole lot of people that the Most High can save, and in whatever their position is in the kingdom. I said that's up to the Most High. Yep, I see that Enoch is coming with the New Jerusalem. Yes, so yeah. So I'm taking a look here at some of the people here. But yeah, I mean, we'll see how everything works out. I just know, like I said, that the times of the Gentiles is over. So they need to start putting those books down. I said, because they're not their books. I said, they got no understanding. I said, they got no understanding whatsoever. Yeah, Rahab was a harlot and got spared, exactly. So I mean, she was supposed to be a harlot, and got spared and everything else. So it's like, who are we to sit there and say who the Most High is going to use and not going to use? That's why a lot of these Gentiles, I said, instead of fighting the truth, you should take Rahab's example to heart. No one's saying, most times not even saying you got to be a perfect Gentile. Can we even speak Hebrew? Why? Do I need to speak Hebrew? Because we're supposed to be learning everything in another language. Last time I checked, but okay. I guess only people who speak Hebrew are the only ones that can get understanding. Okay. We're supposed to be learning everything again in different languages because we're scattered all over the place. Exactly. Achior was one of my favorite ones too, Mr. Apocalypse. Yeah, that's my boy right there. An Ammonite that got joined with to the Israelites, exactly, in the book of Judith. You know, I said he was down. Like I said, you know, I said he was down with the Hebrews, and I said he got joined with them too. So, like I said, all these guys sitting here coming out, only Israel. I'm like, dude, that's not even scriptural, because I said other Gentiles got saved too. I said their level of salvation, I said that's up to the Most High. Ruth, the Moabites, exactly. Stop trying to save the Gentiles. Oh, okay, true, brew. Say I'm not saving anybody. So I don't know what you're talking about. I don't save anybody. I said the Most High saves who He wants to save. So the fact that you seem to think that we can save people shows you your level of understanding and the lack thereof. $133 people died in Italy in one day. Damn. Oh, True Brew. Well, let's get rid of True Brew, mister. Yeah. We got all these people who don't do any work on their own channels coming over here, running their mouths over here. Like usual, bearing false witness, even though we just use the scriptures to prove what we just said. Exactly. Got a lot of trolls. You know how that is. Yeah, they in their little feelings. Exactly. That's it. We know how it is, man. And so we know exactly how it is. Got a lot of people, like I said, in their feelings and everything else. Like that, Peggy. If there were no scoffers, you would have to worry. The truth hurts. I'm like, yeah. What's up, brother? A new breed. Many blessings to you too, brother. Haters do what's in their souls. It's an outward reflection of who they are. Very true. Very true. That's all right though. You know, I said people are, they can believe whatever it is they want to believe. You know, we definitely have to build together. We have to pray together like we've been doing. We keep praying together. You know, I said Most High knows who are His children and who He's bringing together. You know. Yep, everyone's gonna be naturally thinned out. I totally agree with that, Ancient Gardener. Why come on your channel and tell you how to think, speak, or what to do exactly? You know, I said, but that's like I said, that's these people. You know, I said some dude from GMS come and try to do the same thing on a couple of videos ago. I'm just like, you know, I've asked them forever. I said, you know, you guys all, it's amazing. I said, prove that the Most High has only given us 80 books. That He's the one that only gave us 80 books. I said they've never proven it. None of the groups have ever proven. None of the Hebrews have ever proven it, because you can't prove it. Only people that, you know. So it's like, but they keep on pushing that everything Bible only, Bible only. I'm like, well, you can't do that if you can't prove that the Most High is the one that gave us, you know, the 80 books. If you can't prove that, then you can't keep saying Bible only. I mean, it's really simple. I said, we brought out so many other books now that have so much information, you know. I said, and no one's tried to disprove it. All they do is talk. If they talk about the Book of Mormon, it's funny because it's like they talk about the religion, you know, but the Book of Mormon has nothing to do with the religion. And absolutely nothing to do. So then if they're going to say that, then I can say, okay, well then, you know, your Bible is about, you know, Catholicism or Christianity. But then they'll say, no, that has nothing to do with the Bible. Okay, well, same thing with the Book of Mormon. You know, I said, but, you know, it is what it is. So there are so many books. I said, if there weren't so many books, why would the Vatican have 50 plus miles, okay, hidden of our information? When they got here, they were making mountains of our books and burning them. So that there alone, that there alone proves that there's definitely a lot of other books. We're just scratching the surface, even here with the books. There's way more books, than what we've seen. So like I said, we're just scratching the surface. You don't think that there are books from when after the flood, when the angels went to Noah and was teaching him about, how all the different plants and how to use them in order to be able to combat the fallen angels and all the things that we're going to be able to do to us. Yeah, I haven't seen too many camps saying that Enoch is biblical. Most of them say it's not. Even though exactly the Bible quotes the book of Enoch, but somehow it's not. It's not true. Like I said, that kind of stuff doesn't even matter. I said at this point, it said the Most High is the one who's showing the people who they need to listen to and who they don't need to listen to. Solomon had many scrolls. Exactly, that man was supposedly right the wisest person ever, but he only has a couple of books in the Bible and that's it. I mean, I understand that the other nations have touched, some of our writings and changed some things and things like that. That doesn't mean you just don't read any of it. Doesn't mean there's some books. I have a couple of books of Enoch that are they're just way over my head. That's why I haven't even brought them out. I'm like, shoot, I don't even understand it. What the hell am I going to teach out of it? I said, until the Most High decides to let me have that understanding. I said, so once the Vatican opens up and lets us have our books back, then, you can sit there and say that, you can talk about our books and how many books we have and this and that. But when they're hiding all this information, I said, they're hiding all this information. I said, we don't know. I said, I don't know what's down there, but I know they got a whole lot of our stuff down there, But like I said, that kind of stuff doesn't even matter. They're allowed to. They can believe whatever the Most High lets them believe. I said, as the Most High gives me more understanding of certain things, I'll share it. But there's a lot of books that I have that I just not my pay grade. I don't understand it. But that's it. Enoch was taken up and shown everything. So, we know he has a lot of information. So these people who are trying to just get on that, I said, don't even waste my time with them. Don't even waste my time with them. I know that we have a whole lot of natural things, herbs, rocks, minerals that we're supposed to be using to maintain our bodies, and it's been and certain things that we're supposed to be doing that if you listen to certain groups, certain people, all that stuff it's all witchcraft. It's all witchcraft. But our people were doing it. Sounds like a powwow, right? No, it's just three brothers over here practicing on their drums over here. So like I said, they've taken away a lot of our attributes to be able to take care of ourselves, and made it so like it's a negative. So then crystals, exactly. So you take a lot of those things away from us, then we are ripe for to be destroyed, because they're doing all that stuff. They're doing all their spells and incantations, using all the spiritual stuff to attack us, but we have no protection because we've been taught that all that stuff is evil. So I'm sure I've heard from a lot of people, a lot of sisters, a lot of brothers, that are deep into that. And I said, and that stuff, like I said, you don't think that they have a lot of our books that get into that underneath the Vatican? Exactly. We used to heal ourselves with minerals and crystals and stuff off of the land. Exactly. We used to heal ourselves, So we're going to be getting back to that. I don't know if I'm Northern or Southern Kingdom. I said, does anybody really know? Does it matter at this point? Only thing that matters right now is that the Most High is awakening us. You know, I said, and he's using us. The Most High can take care of that when he gets here and letting us know who's who and what's what. You know, I said, I know when I first got into this truth, that would be the thing that a lot of people would be, yeah, I'm Judah and I'm this and I'm that. Do we really know? No. I said, but I'll let my father take care of that when I get back. And it really doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter right now. Red clay mixed with hot water to cover burns and scars. That's it. You imagine all. He said, you imagine all the information that's been hidden from us. They give it to everybody else so that we think it's from China. The Chinese people who did this stuff, or the East Indians are the ones that came up with this kind of stuff. You know. I said that doesn't. I said so. Like I said, he's going to give us all that back. You know. I said he's going to give us all that back. I'm looking forward to that. I'm checking you guys out right now. Yep, how beautiful. Kazuko banner has how beautiful and timely the drums are beating, further setting the times we are in. Hallelujah, as I pray over you, us. All right, there we go. Please, okay. I do ask this family to pray over my family with great hope and faith. And that's one thing we all need to be doing is definitely when we're praying at 6 is not only just praying for our restoration, but praying for one another. And that's very true, Dita Dennis. Big Judah, you are correct when you said that the anointing of the Most High on his chosen would look like witchcraft to the outsider. That resonates exactly. I said a lot of the things that our people were doing is witchcraft. You know, a lot of the powers that we had is going to look like witchcraft. When when you got 12 men destroying 600,000, making them flee, making them run. When you're seeing, Abraham going after a group of people and doing certain things. I mean, I said you got 2 people, for when they raped Dinah. 2 of the brothers went in and destroyed an entire city. I mean, so a lot of this stuff definitely is going to look like witchcraft to the outsider. So then it would make sense that once they got us under control, they would do what? They would make witchcraft look like everything's evil. It's all evil, right? I said so because they want to make sure that our people don't go back to what gave them the power in the first place. I said it makes so much sense. I said I know a lot of the sisters. I said are definitely into a lot of these healing things with the with a lot of the natural things. You just imagine, like I said, when we all are joined back together, Most High gives us that knowledge and understanding back, and that's your job. That's your thing right there, and that's what you get to concentrate on. What the Most High has given you, you get to concentrate on what the Most High has given you. And the brothers, I said, this is your job, you do this. This is your job, you do this. Most High's blessed you with this blessing, you do this. And it's not like a job anymore. It's something that the Most High's already put in your heart. It's like a passion that you have, As I said, we start giving the land back and building back together. I'm checking out some of the comments right now. You're right, exactly. Right now, it doesn't matter what tribe. But see, when we first got into this truth, that was one thing that was like pushed. Yeah, I'm this. I'm Benjamin. I'm Levi. I'm like, at this point, what does it matter? We don't. And one of the from 12 patriarchs that we wouldn't know our land. We're not going to know our tribe. We're not going to know our language. So none of us can sit there and say we're for sure this or for sure that. So all we can do is concentrate on the Most High and follow him. Just checking out some of the comments and listening to the drums. we're definitely gonna be coming together soon. You know what I see is a lot of the parameters have to be set in order for these prophecies to come together. You know, Most High has to set up, the situation, in order for prophecy to come together. In order for Psalms 91 to come together and be fulfilled, you must have something that's killing thousands and 10,000s of people all over the place, right? So what better thing than a plague, right? So then that has to be, executed by the Most High. Yeah, I love the drums in the background, So yes, so it's like, that's all part of it. Most High has to, set up the situation in order for it to be fulfilled. He has to set up for Proverbs 1. He has to set it up so that these people hear the truth and ignore the truth so that he can then laugh at their calamities. I said, so all these things have to be set up. People had to have been awakened. People had to have been, exposed to these other books. Whole strolling. My goodness. What's up with the family? I'm just checking you guys out, listening. I love listening to these drums. Kamara Smith, it doesn't matter. People say coronavirus is a bioweapon or a man-made pestilence. What does it matter at this point? You know what I mean? I said, either way, it's of the Most High. If the Most High had them, if the Most High had them make this weapon in order to reduce it and release it, so be it. Right? The Most High has to raise people up to get them to a certain position in order to take them down. So maybe he raised them up to make this as a weapon, and then as it gets released. I said, so we watched the other nations and all the Gentiles be raised up and be given all the blessings and everything else so that he can take them down. That's exactly what's been going on right now. The second stick has accelerated everything. Yep. Every day something major. I mean, and like I said, that's so true. Every day something major is happening. Yep. We were at the toes in Daniel. Exactly. And it's so important to be able to get those other books and more understanding. And definitely the Book of More, second stick. And Tribe of Israel, exactly. And the ones that cleave to the Tribe of Israel are the ones who can be saved as well. The ones that the Most High has set apart. That's why we laugh at people. You trying to save Gentiles? I'm like, dude, I'm not saving nobody. You ever heard me say, hey, if you follow me, you'll be saved? I'm not Yahushua. I don't be doing that. I said, I don't be doing that. I said, the Most High is the one that saves. I'll give you what the Most High gives me. What you do with it is up to you. You're not going to hear me saying, if you come see me, you can be saved. If you come see me, you can get the Holy Spirit. I said, I'm not taking that position. All I'm doing is whatever the Most High blesses me with, I give it to you. Then and now it's in your ballpark. Now what do you do with it? Do I listen to any camps? Not very much. Not like I used to. I said, if I want to hear the same thing over and over again, I could just, I don't know. I'm not into that. I said, I'm about growing over here. I'm about growing and getting more knowledge and understanding over here. But I don't want to listen to the same things over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's not me. But if that's what some people like, then, camps are good for them. is going off over here? JJ, brothers, you're going off. All right, well, I'll learn how to spell first before you start making comments about people going off. Yep, not stagnant here and always learning. Exactly. So people can sit there and say we're going off and whatever else. You know, you're a bug out. I'm like, you guys got anything new? You know, I said what they don't understand. See, this is what happens with a lot of the camps. A lot of these people who are only in the Bible. I don't understand it, but how they get to this point with this. Oh, my bad, JJ. All right, my bad. I apologize. What I'm gonna say is this: the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom have two different paths. Most High has two different things that they're going to fulfill, and they were not going to be always together. So if you're only with the Bible, you're predominantly stuck talking about the path of the Southern Kingdom only. Now you must try to find the information that tells you about the path of the Northern Kingdom, because the Northern Kingdom is also supposed to be fulfilling prophecies that the Most High has set for them. And then at the end, as they both go through their pathways of fulfilling prophecy, then they bring that information together. What many of these people who are Bible only shows you then that they must have some kind of an agenda, because they are predominantly only talking about the prophecies concerning the Southern Kingdom. And many of the Gentiles who've actually studied understand this. And I'll bring that out in a book that Sister Emma sent me, recently, that I was just reading a couple days ago. So just because just because it says you are Big Judah, that makes you Southern Kingdom. No, that means I called myself Big Judah before I came into this knowledge and understanding. So I'm not going to switch my name up at the end. I said I'll let the Most High switch it when he gets here to whatever it is that I'm supposed to be called. So what we call ourselves at this point doesn't even matter. Doesn't matter. I don't care if I'm Northern Kingdom or Southern Kingdom. Just make sure you call me Father. That's all. I just want to be called. That's it. I don't care what you call me. Just please call me. Okay? And that's how we should all be. Does it really matter? No. I'll probably make a video about that, just about the Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom. And I always ask these guys who come over here from these camps, I said, okay, well then show me how the Northern Kingdom fulfills prophecy, how they fulfilled Deuteronomy 28. Show me that all in the Bible. And they never can. And they never do. So you got to understand that Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom, both have to fulfill prophecy. Both of them have certain ways that the Most High, certain prophecies to fulfill. Well, you don't have any of the Northern Kingdom's writings, or very little of the Northern Kingdom's writings in the Bible. So now what? But brother, I'm going to let you guys go right now because my phone's about to die. It was great hanging out with you guys today. I might make a couple more videos later on, Most High willing, to bring some more information out. But it was great hanging out with everybody. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother, who is wisdom, who is the Holy Spirit. Acknowledgement to Yahweh Shai. Shalom.